How's it going, everyone? Welcome back once again to Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Now, when you load up a save, you get asked where you want to load up from. This Link's house is one of them. The other one is the sanctuary, or where the priest is, where we have Zelda currently residing. But right now, we need to get to that X, because that is where the village chief is, and he might know something about how we can get the Master Sword. We also know that every guard is currently being brainwashed by the evil wizard. So I'm trying to not kill any, if I can avoid it. Not because you get anything from, like, the game as a reward or anything like that. Just because I feel like it, really. Now, oh god, I'm about to die. The person we're looking for is right in here. Give me one moment. I just want to get some health. Thank you. Okay, this is the village elder. I am indeed Sahasarasaserasafras, village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. Oh really? Link, I am surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of evil's bane. That is what the Master Sword is known as. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legends say only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? Yeah, of course. We have to get it. We have to save Princess Zelda and take down the evil wizard. Good. As a test, can you retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. Now, the East Palace is actually really close. It's right there. There's the... we now have, essentially, the locations of each of the 3 pendants now, as well as the Master Sword. We can see right up in the top left is a little sword. That is the Master Sword. And the other 2 pendants, we can see one in the top center and one in the lower right. Those 2 we'll get to later. For now, we need to go and get this one. I'm gonna ignore that guy. Oh god, I've cornered myself. Go away. Oh god. They take so many hits. Also arrows, which I don't have a bow for. Turn! Oh god. It takes so many hits. And here is our first dungeon. Now, you want to step right on here. You can go into the other ones, but they don't lead anywhere. Just gonna kill these things. And nothing happens. You can see there's this very suspicious little thing on the floor. That is a switch. Now we drop down here. Ooh. Okay. So the pattern here is very simple. It's 2 on each one until it gets to that last set, where it's 3 and then a giant ball. Get 100 coins. Oh boy. Look at all these coins I'm getting. I'm sure I'll have a use for 175 rupees at some point. Because pots are the most powerful weapon, I'm taking it with me. Oh. You can't take it through doors. Unfortunate. Looks like a very large chest right there. That opens this door. Now, as I did mention, I do kind of know what I'm doing. For the most part. Now, usually the boomerang will paralyze or will freeze an enemy in place, but these skeletons, they will not. You also see they jump whenever you swing your sword at them. But if you throw your boomerang, they do not jump back. They also don't really like to let you hit them with the pot. But they also don't really try to avoid it. So, you know, it's really on them. Come into here and we get the compass. Da 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 da. The compass is pretty useless, honestly. It just kind of tells you where the boss is. And these, if you go up to them and interact with it, they're like little hints, essentially. Where Sahasarasaserasafras will be able to sort of talk to you and give you advice. So, can't go that way, it seems. Okay, ooh. More arrows. Ah! I missed. Those guys are jerks. They are immune to your sword. And you can only ever hurt them when they're moving with their eye open. Otherwise, they're immune to all other damage. We can't get into there because it's a very big key. But we can do this. I wonder what happens if we do. Ooh, fairy. If I can remember the button. Last episode we did get some bottles. If I can remember the button. Okay. We did get bottles as well as some fairies. And if we keep it in a bottle, then when we die, we'll automatically revive. Which is very handy. We can just jump back down here and get some more. Also, if you simply run into one, it will give you full health as well. Or not necessarily full health, but it'll give you a lot of health back. Now, we can't, unfortunately, do anything else in that room because that chest we don't have a key for. In fact, we don't have any keys at all. And the door we can't get through as well. Those guys are jerks because they don't really do damage, they just drain your mana. Just a really big jerk move, honestly. I'm missing something. I know that. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a key. And this key is used over here. I remember this room. We were just in it. Now, if you really know what you're doing, this game is not really that long. But you kind of need to know what you're doing in order to do that. So, oh god! Now, if you do get them into a corner or against a wall, you can just kind of spam your sword swing and it will just kind of work. They also don't read the boomerang, so... And once you kill all of them, these guys are loosed. And if you press that, you get a key. The big key. This is the master key for the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys can't. And now that... Ow, ow. Now that we have that, we can open this. And I'm almost dead. And now we can open this. Thankfully, we not only have 2 fairies with us, but we can always just climb up here and drop into one of these for more fairies. So you're really, in this entire dungeon, you're not really in that much danger of dying, especially if you have the 2 bottles. Now, with that big key, we can open the big chest and get a bow. Oh yeah, and then they start dropping things. You can just run away. Which I advise, because they, like, throw their heads at you. It's kind of terrifying. These guys do just kind of go down in one hit, though. So... wrong button. Now, we do have a small key, so we can go up this door. What's in here? Arrows out. And a heart. And a switch. And in here, you can see... oh, I did not want to wake up. Ow! 2 of them. But I forget which one of these switches it is. I think it's this top one. That opens... nope. It's this bottom one that opens up that door. And then there's this room. Which is just a pain in the butt room. And it's this switch right here that you have to press and then you can just leave. Oh, it's kind of a jerk room. Like these dudes. They're just kind of jerks. Ah, it's immune to the pot. Not actually, it's just... fantastic. We have 27, and now this symbol right here means this next room is the boss room. You notice I didn't get the map in this dungeon. It's largely useless. If you do it right, you can just get all of them in one swing. Unfortunately, I activated them. Okay, they are actually immune to the pots. I didn't mean to press that. There we go. I'm bad at video games, okay. Ah, yes. Now, these guys are pretty easy, if I'm honest. You just stand here and mash the arrow button, and you'll generally just kind of kill all of them. It's when it gets down to the last one that it becomes something of an issue, because he'll start doing this. But they're not that hard. And when you beat the boss, you get a heart and then the pendant. And there we go. This dungeon is very short when you know what you're doing. You don't... I remember as a kid, this dungeon taking me probably the better part of an hour or 2. You won the Pendant of the Courage. Take it to Sahasarasaserasafras. 2 pendants remain. Okay, and then you get a full life and mana refill whenever you complete a dungeon. But yes, I didn't know what I was doing as a kid, obviously. I'm a dumb child. So that dungeon took me a very long time, my first attempt. We come back to Sahasarasaserasafras. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage. Now I will tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against Evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Link, I believe you you should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. We get some boots! Pegasus shoes, in fact. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack by holding the A button. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it? All right. Well, now we have our next, kind of several objectives, really. But as we can see here, this is a false wall. And now that we have bomb, we can just drop a bomb. And yes, they will hurt you. Don't stand near. We open these up and we get 3 bombs. 50 rupees and 50 rupees. So we got 2 more bombs than we had before. Fantastic. And now we have the Pegasus boots. That's what happens if you run into a wall. And as long as you hold the A button, you will dash. You will deal the damage of a normal sword swing to any enemies you pass through, killing those that would normally die to a single sword slash. Now, he told us that there's an item to the east of Lake Hylia. Now, Lake Hylia is just north of where we currently are. He says we should go and get it. So I say we do. But before that, there was someone in town, if you recall last episode, that we tried several times to catch, and we never could. Now, however, we most certainly can. Also, I'm gonna come up here, because there's a reason to come up here. Remember last episode, there was someone in town that talked about their son, or their child, who disappeared and liked playing the flute. This is them. Huh. Now he disappears. Interesting. I'm sure it's unimportant. Now, right now, if I press the right button, this is where we currently are. The village is directly above us. However, there is another item. I think it's in here. No. It's up here. It's in one of these buildings. Ah, yes, this one, the library. There's a book right here. I should have come and shown it off, but I didn't. And if you charge it with the boots, you knock it down. This is the Book of Mudra. You can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylias. I'm sure this won't be important. Now, this isn't obviously the standard Let's Play of someone pretending that they're, kind of dumb and don't necessarily know what's going on, even if they do. The way I'm trying to sort of do this Let's Play is essentially kind of walk you guys through a trip of nostalgia for me, more or less. A lot of these games that I'm going to be playing and creating Let's Plays for are all games from my childhood or very, very early, adulthood. Now, as for where we're going this way. I went over there. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I actually came over here for a completely different reason than the one that I actually ended up being over here for. Um, so, let's come back down. And down this way. And it's on this path right here. Unfortunately, I forgot that it kind of stops you immediately. If you can catch him, he's quite amazed, or not amazed, rather, that with speed like yours, you're able to quote-unquote kidnap them, right? But he says that you don't look like such a bad guy, because we have such quick feet. He tells us that we should, you know, kind of run and bash our head into things. That's kind of it. And it's true. If you bash into things, you'll get things like money to drop. There are other things as well. And generally, you have to kind of hit, like, right in the center of it in order to get it to actually trigger. Sometimes it just doesn't have anything. This is the fortune teller. Last episode I mentioned how games back in the 90s really didn't have like a question or anything. And the best thing we really have is this map with a couple vague objective markers. Well, the fortune teller is sort of the answer to what happens if I step away for a really long time and don't really know what to do. For some rupees, the fortune teller will tell you effectively a hint and kind of give you an idea of where you're supposed to go. But I don't need it. I keep going this way because we've now been told twice about this Lake Hylia and something being in it that we should go and get. So let's, well, go and get it. Be careful for these guys. If you hit them with your sword, they will shock you. Oh bugger, I just used my last arrow. This is the witch's hut. She sells potions. Bugger. Well, not getting in through there. I want to be honest, I forgot that was there. That is actually kind of annoying, because that means we can't actually get to Lake Hylia. And if we can't get to Lake Hylia, how are we going to get up there? Now, she wants a mushroom. We'll get to that later. These are the potions. This is health, magic, and both. We'll be using these a lot later on, especially in combination with fairies. So, now, there is going to be quite an amount of backtracking required in this game, and for the most part, I'm going to try and cut out most of, if not all of the backtracking, unless I have something like important to say or something important happens. Now, for now, since we can't get over there, this is effectively an early form of fast travel. Is saving out to... Oh my goodness. Is saving out to the main menu and then loading the save. Ooh. Don't talk to him. He starts following you around and is generally just kind of annoying. The great wish, or one of the great fairies. They will fully restore your health, and I'm pretty sure your mana as well. Very nice. And they are an infinite supply. You can just keep going back in there however much you want. You just have to travel to them. So this is the next area, and I'm going to be honest, I remember absolutely hating this area. Partially because of those things. They could just kind of appear out of nowhere, and also these vultures, which kind of are annoying. They don't really do anything, to be honest. They're just kind of annoying. Ooh, who are you? Aha! It is the Book of Medora. With it, you can read the language of the Hylia people. Oh. Well, I think you're supposed to find him before you find the book, and then he tells you something about that. But there's also a wall down here. And I want goodies. Ooh, a piece of a heart. Fantastic. I'll trade a single bomb for that. Alright, now we can leave here. This is a entirely optional area. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what the hell was in here. I thought it was gonna lead to a place that it didn't. So, there's that. This dungeon is also really annoying to actually get through. This is the language of the Hylia people, by the way. You need the book in order to get in. The way you get in is you come here and you press Y. And it says to open the way to go forward, make your wish here and it will be granted. So we wish to be able to go forward. And lo and behold, we are allowed forward. But now, well, we can't go back. So, in we go!